Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been through, NBA season on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Court in this Eastern Conference battle. Here, matched up against Cleveland, is how they'll kick off the new season. They lost the season series last year, winning one and losing two. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Irving. Jahlil Okafor unable to get his last shot to go. James outside. Love with a wide open look. Hits it from three-point range. Love's got his first 3 points of the game. Well, and watching Kevin Love, he can do everything on the offensive end, Clark. He's been that way really his entire career, going back to high school.
Yeah, his game is low to the ground, too. No explosive moves or dunks. He takes you on and beats you with skill. Good footwork, smooth shot, sharp passer, and an excellent IQ.
Here's Irving. Jahlil Okafor making his last shot. On the wing, James. Back to Irving. Good, and the assist goes to James.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Here's Philadelphia. 4-point game. Smith drives in, and the basket good. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Irving. And Okafor with the block. Here's Covington. He kicks to Noel. Noel sets a screen for Smith. Back to Noel. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. The drive by James. The shot will not go. And Philadelphia the other way now. Thompson outside. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. 4-3, Covington. Shot is off. Cleveland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. From deep. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Irving. LeBron's got himself going there. His first points of the game. And Smith the pass to Covington. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Philadelphia last year struggled in a number of ways, Greg. The big one was they couldn't make shots as a team. Very basic.
Kevin, lowest field goal percentage in the entire league, and by a wide margin. Hard to get any wins when that's the case.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Stolen by Thompson. Irving against Smith. Charity stripe shot. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Smith's got his second basket.
And, you know, the Sixers did end with the lowest field goal percentage in the league. Shot just under 41% on the season. Easily put them in last place, and you can't win if shoot that poorly. A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
The 76ers trail by 4. Okafor with the screen on Irving. And there's a call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Landry kicks to Grant. Embiid sets the pick for Marshall. Pass to Landry. Mozgov with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mozgov. Shot clock at 5. And here's Marshall from the arc. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And guys, you would have hoped the 76ers would have improved over the course of the season, but really their shooting got worse after the All-Star break, dropping below 40%.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
And back to the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of new players coming in can struggle early. It's especially evident when playing on the road.
The Cavaliers leading by 3, and Shumpert kicks to Dellavedova. Here's Mozgov. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. For Philadelphia, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Here's Marshall. The shot, no good. Good D by Jones.
You talk about being streaky on the road. That's what the Cavs were. I mean, could rattle off 4 wins on the road in a row, then come back empty from their next road trip. They did seem, though, to get stronger and more steady as the season went on. 4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor, but last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Williams is checked in. 1:02 left to play in the first quarter. He dishes it to Jones. Back to Williams. Buried from 15 feet out.
And back to Carl Landry. Sophisticated scorer, a variety of post moves, a tough guy willing to play through pain, but he just never had the size or explosiveness to dominate. And now that he's getting a little older, that really has become an issue.
Grant, that's good.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom.
Struggled with the free throw shooting so much last season. I thought he was hesitant at times to be aggressive. Wasn't looking to draw contact and was trying to avoid getting to the foul line.
He's guarded by Williams. Grant with the ball. A floater. Tries again. And it's in. Oh, wow. Okay, let's give a hand to your own. And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to its first title.
He sat us down maybe right before the first practice and kind of spoke about what he thought everyone should bring to the table. And, we had to hold up our end of the bargain.
Well, when someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
Yeah, I would think so. You'd be better served to go right along with what he's talking about. Dub the new big three along with Kyrie. I think if they just keep following LeBron's lead and advice, the sky's the limit.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Cleveland?
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. James Jones is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Fry in at the center.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
And for Blatt, Greg, everyone did wonder if he would be the right fit early. As the season wore on and the Cavs got tougher, those questions, Clark, went away.
Yeah, and I think most people forget that he's an iconic coaching legend overseas.
Good point, yeah.
So coaching is coaching. Sure, it's not the NBA, but this guy brought a pedigree and resume that was quite substantial.
Ish Smith, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And here is Irving. 9 points in the game so far. Love outside. Passes it to Jones. And the three off target. The 76ers trail by 3. On the wing, Thompson. Can't get it to go. Good D from 8 on 3-pointers in the game. An outstanding 75% mark. 76ers shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. The drive by Thompson. Back to Smith. Dishes it to Okafor. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, guys, once again, the 76ers finished second to last in the East. Amazingly managed to win fewer games against the East than they did the year before, which was 14 wins in 2014.
One thing, Greg, about Philadelphia, you talked about this. Only 12 wins for them last year against the East.
And Kevin, how about not getting a win against their own conference until December? I mean, as bad as the Sixers were last year, though, they weren't the worst. So sometimes, even for me, I still can't fathom that's the case.
Both free throws good for Okafor. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Irving dishes to Smith. On the wing, Jones. Kicks to Love. Shot clock at 6. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Fry. James comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for J.R. Smith. Smith kicks to Okafor. Smith outside. He nails it. And we're tied up. Smith's got 7. Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run. Great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
The dish to Jones. There's the 3. Rebound by Smith.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And stolen by James. And now James pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Irving throws it down.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Picked by Okafor. Covington kicks to Noel. No good. And Cleveland the other way now. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Jones, no luck.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Here's Covington, and the layup's good off the glass.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Now, one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Mon Shumpert has come in for Kyrie Irving. And here's James outside. And another miss by Cleveland.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter.
And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And the 76ers making a change here. Marshall's checked in. Cavs not scoring with a lot of their bench. A big part of that is they just didn't go to their bench very often.
Well, you talk about the Cavs and the bench near the bottom in total bench minutes played. The bench didn't have a lot of firepower, didn't shoot the ball well, and considering they got limited minutes, oftentimes struggled to find any kind of rhythm out there.
And Shumpert kicks to Mozgov, stolen by Grant. And now here comes Marshall, leading the break. And that one's good. Marshall's got his second basket of the night. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
It's rebounded by Cleveland.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
With the second effort, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Carl Landry's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Cleveland shooting their fifth attempt at the line in the game.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
There's the steal. James covering. Mozgov with the steal. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Picked by Mozgov. Launches a three. He makes that one drop. Only a second and 5 tries.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Grant, right side. And they get it. Mozgov with the block. And so we wrap up the first half.
Gentlemen, I'm over here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal, and the first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to go moments from now. We will be right back here after the game.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
You just can't shoot the triple any better than he did in that first half. That was incredible.
And here in the second, Greg, he's got to just keep taking them and making them. And if that's the case, no reason for him to stop.
Smith is out there with Hollis Thompson. Then there's Nerlens Noel. Then there's Okafor. And it's Covington in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. The 76ers trail by 9. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. And Noel gets it to go on the assist by Thompson.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
LeBron, that's a two-pointer, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated into how the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while in international play. And how much more is there to say about LeBron James, Clark? Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. The consistency, phenomenal. Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy. And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Down low. And with that shot, the Cleveland leaders cut down now to just 5 in the bucket from Noel.
And talking about LeBron's consistency, it's not just a physical effort. It's also a mental one. I mean, you know you're targeted by the defense all game. That'll wear down even the best players. How is it that LeBron's armor just never seems to be penetrated?
Timeout called, Cleveland.
You know, on the topic of LeBron, one of the few areas where he could improve consistency in is from the three-point line. 3 years ago, he hit over 40% from downtown. 2 years ago, 38%. Then last year, down to 35%.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And it's James Jones in for LeBron. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Irving passes to Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Love's got 5.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Timeout for the 76ers.
And the 76ers decide to take their first timeout here. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
Arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, over that break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Noel. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Love, no good.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Irving attacking. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Irving's got 18 points in the game.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Smith kicks to Thompson. Here's Noel. Love grabs the board.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
And the call will go against Hollis Thompson. That's his first foul.
It's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Okafor. Landry comes in for Nerlens Noel. And Kendall Marshall subbed in for Ish Smith. And here's Covington from the arc. Another three for Philadelphia.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Irving attacking. And the rejection by Embiid. Jefferson kicks to Love.
2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Back to Jefferson. Clock at 6. That falls. Great assist by Love. Love's got 3 assists in the game.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
The 10-footer. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Love's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Well, the city of Philadelphia has had some tough fans. There's no doubt. You know, we've seen him boo Santa Claus. You can imagine, Greg, how they felt about this Sixers team a year ago.
You know, the Sixers were going to be in trouble from the very start of the year. A lot of fans didn't even bother to show up to boo. I mean, Philly had the worst attendance in the league last season.
But they've got hope.
Maybe this is the year it starts to materialize.
4-3, Covington.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Love. LeBron comes in for Richard Jefferson. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Embiid the screen. Down low. Takes it from 10. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, when you look at the 76ers, it's no surprise that they have empty seats. I mean, they ended up 12-29 at home, which wasn't the worst mark in the NBA, but it was tied for second worst.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Lays it up and banks it in.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
The Cavaliers leading by 9. Here's James. And he gets it to go. James has got 6 points in the quarter.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul.
There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. They get it back. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Embiid.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
The points coming in bunches. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Philadelphia's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, we've got Mo Williams. Tristan Thompson is out there with Jefferson. And it's Smith. And it's Cowan. And at the 5 down low. And the whistle blew, so that'll be a shooting foul. Great defensive effort there with the blocked shot. But he got more than just the ball that time. Free throws coming up right now. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Cavaliers.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
Williams passes to Cowan. J.R. Smith on the wing. Williams against Smith. Now here's Williams. D right on him. Fires the 3. From the arc. The shot no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Fast break Philadelphia. Here's Grant. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Jefferson. Here's Thompson. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
One of the big stories is second chance point. They've just been terrific here in the second half in that area.
Out left to the wing. Lets the three fly. Count that one.
What a time for him to step up. Big three right there.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Blatt said to the team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clyde, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Outside for Jefferson. Williams for three. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land, 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
And, Kevin, I remember the biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team. Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you're better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
Well, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence, Clark, his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who could actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games single-handedly.
Here's Covington. James covering. Covington dishes to Okafor. Just 5 on the clock. All sorts of time. Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
And for Smith and his confidence, last year even he said he's on pace to be one of the best shooters the game has ever seen. So obviously not lacking in belief in his ability.
Lets it go with the three. That's good. Now it's a 5-point Cavalier lead. 76ers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And it's Smith penetrating. Okafor inside. He's up against Thompson. And the shot is good. 8 points for Jahlil Okafor.
And not sure if I can agree with J.R. Smith's assessment that he'll be one of the greatest shooters of all time, but he's pretty deep into his career at this point. Maybe he's hoping for a Kyle Korver type of career after 30 years of age.
That's tipped and stolen by Kyrie Irving. By himself, throws down the breakaway jam.
This is what you love, guys. Superb defense. A great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
Yeah, but you just can't afford to give up plays like that at this time in a ball game. And they've had the edge in rebounding all night long, and none bigger than that one right there.
And, guys, you've seen it countless times. In a close game, hustle plays can really make the difference.
Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
And the 76ers call time here. They're down by 7. And there's 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. So it's Philadelphia now. They trail by 7. Feeds it to Okafor. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Good D by Thompson.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Smith on the wing, covered by Irving. And it's Smith penetrating. Good D by Love.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And that one's good. James.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
I agree with you. I mean, and now that we're moving deeper into the fourth, it's really the point where they add a few more points to the lead, and I think they can put this thing away and consider it over.
1:06 left here in the fourth quarter. And too long on the shot.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Goes up off the inbound. Smith, no good.
Boy, did they need that rebound. I mean, they have struggled on the boards overall, but still with a chance to win.
Exactly, because they've made enough plays to keep it close. And as a result, they're still in it.
.44 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Got a piece of it.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight. And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And here are the Cavaliers. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Puts it up off the inbound. Again, the miss by Smith. And Philadelphia calls time here. They trail by 5. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
You know, and not only do you want to draw up a score here, but it's got to be a quick.
Yeah, it has to be quick. They've got to convert, and then there has to be an immediate foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident as he's able to go up and knock those down.
Thompson for the triple. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And it's Smith penetrating, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Hollis Thompson. That's his second personal foul. At the line, 7 seconds.
First free throw is good, and that stretches their lead to 8. So it gets them both, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
And so it's Cleveland winning this one, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now... Let's catch up with
Kevin, thank you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
You got to love the contribution from deep. He hit 4 threes. I think that his threat on the perimeter also contributed in terms of their ball movement, using the options and going inside.
Kyrie, this dude is a composed, mature leader. Along with all that mental strength, he's got such an incredible feel for the game. He runs the floor, he passes beautifully, and he can shoot from lights out from anywhere on the court.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just
D-Y-I-N-G. No, Jordan. It's D-Y. You put D-U. It's D-Y-I. Yeah, but